Hello, dreamers, doers, believers, and achievers, wonderful winners and powerful pinners. I'm Dwayne Chig, and welcome to another edition of Talking Books. This is a place for people who like books, reading them or writing them. And we've got a fabulous show. I know those of you who have seen this show, you say that every time. I do say it every time because I mean it every time. We do have a fabulous show. Talking Books. We talk to authors about their books, and so that you can be informed and inspired, and so that you can be helped by their books. And tonight we've got a powerful guest. This lady not only has one book, but she's written two books, and they both came out at the same time. So we're going to talk to her, Miss Tammy Lilly. How are you today?
I am doing excellent, blessed, and highly favored. God is so good to me.
Oh my goodness. Don't start, because you're going to have me running around this place. But I want to thank you for taking out the time being on Talking Books on tonight, on this day. And just quickly introduce yourself and tell us about your the two books. And we'll get into this later, but introduce yourself and tell us about the book, something interesting about those two books.
Okay. Well, my name is Tammy Emma Lilly. I am a tax professional by trade, but I have now embarked in this journey of authorship. I wear many hats. I am a mother. I started out with three babies of my own, and then I had additional five children added on after I got married. My husband is a pastor.
Oh,
He's been pastoring all his life. So I have a daughter that's about the same age as me because I have an older husband, and I have a
okay.
grandchild that is coming out of school. So I'm immensely blessed, just
Oh,
immensely blessed.
definitely. So give us the name. We're going to talk about both books. So give us the name of one of them. We can start. That way you can give us, whatever order you want to go in. We can start talking about those so that the people can get an understanding and introduction to your books.
Okay. Well, I started in this journey of being an author initially to solidify my business. That's how it was. I had went to a workshop with an awesome young lady that I call my book coach, and started out hearing about what she was talking about. She said, if you have a business, you definitely want to write a book because that takes your business to the next level.
Oh,
You
that's good.
solidify your business. You're an expert in your own right, but now you have something tangible to show people that you're an expert in it. So I started out in this journey as being an author to solidify my business. And of course, I had to give homage to my faith, my Holy Father, who is the head of my life. And he has always been there for me, even in the midst of the valley. But I am in my wedding season, and I'm so happy because, I mean, it's like everything has so much paid out that I have endured in my life, the faithfulness I have sustained. Although, in order to get His grace, it doesn't. He says we have it free by choice, and we don't have to do anything. It's nothing we could do to gain it, but it always feels good when you've been through some things and then you get into your winning season because everything has a time and a place in a season. You have a time for a valley and you have time for winning. And so I'm in my winning season. So
Winning season.
I'm
I
just so
like
excited.
that. So the book, the title is interesting there. The one as it relates to business and tax preparer is called You Wonder Why Your Refund is
Why
So
your
Low.
refund is so low? This
That
book
is an
is
interesting title.
so spirit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I've been in the industry for 20 years and I've been owning my own business since 2012, I hear the same thing over and over again from new business owners. They've been working for somebody, all their lives or for, series of years, and they decide they want to step out and have their own business. And then they get in front of me for one, they're not ready because they don't have no financial record. They don't
Mm,
have anything to show what they made for the year. And then they finally, I'm like, okay, no harm, no foul. Let's go ahead and do estimates. We can do estimates this year. This is not something that you want to do regularly, but we can do it for this year. So they sit down and they give me an estimate about how much they made. And then at the end of all that, their refund looks nothing like what they used to. And they ask the question is, why my refund so low? And I hear it all the time. I
really?
constantly hear. So when I came out and decided to do this, I said, well, let me put some things into place that can help the business owner, the early business owners. It's for the seasonal ones as well. They can learn a lot from it, but the early inspiring business owners, what they get an opportunity to do and see things that they need to do to make a difference with their return, to make
So,
get the best return possible.
so the book is for primarily for new business owners.
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
inspiring business owners, because we get some business owners that don't know what they want to do, or they come into this new thing. So you're ahead of the game. I'm taking what I've learned over the years through, growing pains, and I took it and I put it in a book to be to help the business owner, so they're not making the mistakes that I made in the beginning of my business.
So the inspiration for this was your mistakes as well as helping people.
Yes, sir. Always.
Okay, definitely, definitely, definitely. And so that is a very interesting, provocative title. So it's for new business owners as well
Yes, sir.
as seasons. So when they get this book, what's the message? What's the takeaway?
Just, be clear in what you're doing. Be organized in what you're doing. It's
Oh,
a lot easier to to have a business and be organized in the beginning than get so far along the line. That's like building a house. If I build the upper floor first and I don't build no foundation, and then I decide that my house starts crumbling down, and I'm trying to figure out why my house is crumbling down, it's because my foundation is not there. So I gotta go back and rebuild the foundation. So it's the concept of getting the opportunity to have the solid foundation so you can have a solid house there. So your house is your business is your house. So you look at it
mm,
like that. Build the foundation.
good analogy. Good analogy. So for the people who've already launched the business and they found that like Scooby Doo, whoa, whoa, something, something's not right. Will this book help them? Because they're already there, they're already in the business, been there for a while, and things aren't right. So this book will help them also.
Yes, sir. Because you can't know everything about everything. There's certain things that you can learn by experience, and I take my experience and I give you my experience, or you can Google information. When you Google information, you don't know if it's reputable or not. So what this is, it takes the Googling out of it and gives you all the information you need. Well, most of the information that you need to
Right.
give you a good solid start.
Oh, that's very good, very good. And so your experiences, were you a one that experienced asking that question, why is my tax refund so low? And so that
Well,
pushed you, or were you in that situation, or you just came from your experience as a tax preparer?
my experience as a tax preparer, because I've been doing this for 20 years and I did it long before I had my own business.
Okay.
And so I knew a lot of stuff when I went into business, although there was a lot of things that I didn't know, such as one of the things when I first got started in my first year, I depend really, really heavily on family, friends and family only, because, that's the thing. You think, okay, this is my circle, so they're going to support me. But I learned very quickly in this industry, no matter how much somebody loves you, they're most likely not gonna, want to use you for, being in their finances, because they can high side and have all these things and make it seem
Right.
like they're one thing when you get the finances and it's something else. So I leaned a lot on, family members. Although I do have an uncle and a couple other people that have rode with me since the very beginning of my journey of having a business ownership, but I depended it too heavily on it, and that was one of the mistakes that I made in
Okay.
my first year being in business.
If you just joined us, I'm Dwayne Chig, and we are here on Talking Books, and we're talking to Miss Tammy Lilly, and she's an author, tax preparer of the book, Why is My Refund So Low? So it's for business owners if they want the help for their taxes and their, dealing with their business taxes. So it's primarily a book for business owners, primarily.
Yes, sir.
Exactly, exactly. So we thank you for joining us, Miss, to talk to Miss Tammy Lillian. So I want to ask you, so you have that book, but you also have another book, and it would seem that they're contrast. They're two different people, two different audience. And so let's talk about the other book and who that's for. Give us the name of that one, because I found this name very interesting.
Prayers for the Boss Babes.
Boss
Um,
Babes.
I want to say that, so often when God gives you a calling, if you don't understand it in the beginning, but because of your faith and your obedience, you do what he tells you to do. And I never knew how much a commonality these two books had together till, he revealed it to me. Sometimes he don't tell you things because you're not ready to know what it is. You just be obedient. If he tells you go do something, you get up and go do it because he told you go do it. So when I got up and did it, I was obedient. And then I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? These books have commonalities. When I was putting together some sales and, it has a commonality. Business people. These are both business people. The prayers for the boss babe. Who is the boss babe? The business owner.
Oh, so that book is also for female CEOs, female business owners. The prayers.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Everybody that participated in this book is a business owner. So they understand the walk of being a business owner, and they understand the walk of being a Christian and having faith and, allowing God to lead you in your business. Because so often people say, well, church doesn't belong in everything. No, God belongs in every single thing you do. Okay. I don't care what it is. You better put God first.
I know that's right. So why is my refund so low? That's for males, females, business owners, but the Boss Babe primarily is for female business owners primarily.
Well, it was written by him, but God's word for everybody. But yeah, this was written by women.
So that's a collaboration book. That's a book of collaborations. So what's the message? What's the takeaway there for the reader?
It's so much in here. For me, I talked a lot about allowing God to lead you
in all business.
Just everything, I used the particular topic I used was because, in your life, what happens in your life affects your business. If your personal life is jacked up, then your business is going to be jacked up. Your life got to be together, have your business together.
Right. That makes perfect sense. We're talking on Talking Books with Miss Tammy Lillian. She is the author of Why My Refund is So Low, but also she's one of the contributors to, can you hold up the prayer book, Prayer for the Boss Babes? I love that title. That is a powerful, powerful title. So why did you want to be or have to be a part of that book as one of the collaborators? What was the pull for you?
Well, the young lady who spearheaded it, which was Miss Day Edwards, she's somebody that I've been following, and we worked on another project together, and I knew her heart. I know she's a woman that's after God's own heart. And because I seen it, and I didn't even think about it when I seen the posting in regards to the advertisement in regards to looking for ladies, I just immediately jumped on it, because it was pulling at me, the being obedient. Is pulling at me.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, you're a Christian. The ladies in the Boss Babes are Christians now. And then the first book was written by you, a Christian. Do you have to be a believer to get the message of either of these books?
No. I mean, if you look at, if you sit in front of somebody and if you have a business coach, life coach, you're sitting in front of a psychologist or anything like that, a lot of the principles that they talk about can be found in the Bible.
Right.
When you're talking about your finances, you're sitting in front of somebody, a lot of those principles are in the Bible. So no, these things that can resonate to anybody. You got to have something that you look to. You got to have an anchor. When you're out there in the ocean and the water is raging, you got to have an anchor in order to stand above. And that's all God is. He is an anchor in the times of trouble. And he's who you look to and you say thank you for showing gratitude when things are good for you, So you got to show somebody gratitude. If you get that good job, that boss is the one who hired you. HR department is what. So you have to show gratitude in all that you do. So the principles that you see in life can always go back to, biblical principles.
Right.
So that the inspirational stories, even if you're not a person of faith, you see people when they're going through stuff, and then you see where they're at now. When they was going through that tunnel and didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, that gives you, hope that it will be all right, that trouble don't last always. And it doesn't.
Wow. I need an organ and an offering plate. On it tonight, Miss Tammy Lilly, and she's the author of Prayers for the Boss Babe, a book written for female business owners. It's written by female business owners, but the principles will help. The principles will help anybody in business, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And why is my refund so low? I love that title. I love that title. When I saw it, I just lit up that because that title is so good. I like that because I saw Boss Babes before I saw the second one, but the title was so intriguing, and that's what will help promote a book. That's what will help draw people. And so, as we get ready to close, how can people get in touch? First of all, how can they get the book? Either one of them or both of them. How can they get them?
You can go to my website, www.Tammie, TAMMIEMLilly.com. Go to the website. You can order any of the books. As well as right now, I'm doing a Black Friday special where I'm bundling the two. So if you get the two books together, it's only $40 to bundle that together, as well as I have a second bundle where you get the two books and you get a t-shirt for $50, only $10 more. You get a shirt, and the shirt says, "I'm saved, not soft. Don't get it twisted."
Oh, Miss Tammy Lilly.
And you know, the entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. You know, you gotta have you can't have no soft heart.
Say that.
You're gonna get no's, you're gonna have troubles, and you gotta go through it in order to keep that business, because that's how a lot of businesses fail. They go through that trial and they think that it's not working, and that's not necessarily true. You just probably need to go back to the drawing board and revamp. It's not the business idea, it's probably some things that you're doing.
Wow.
So that's the reason why we went with "I'm saved, not soft. Don't get it twisted."
Miss Tammy Lilly, give us the contact information again, and give us those bundles again and how they can get those. I want to make sure people get that.
Yes, sir. I have two bundle sets. I have one that just have two books together, and that's $40 for these two books.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go get the second bundle set option, where you get these two books and you get a t-shirt. It comes in black or white, where it says, "I'm saved, not soft. Don't get it twisted." The books only is $40. To get a t-shirt, it's $10 extra, so you pay $50 for that. Now, if you need to get in touch with me, my website is www.Tammie, TAMMIEMLilly.com. You can always text or call me at 832-443-8177, or you can get in touch with my email, which is the same as my website. Just put info in front of it at TammieMLilly.com, and I will get back in touch with you. If you're interested in getting one of these books, one of these bundles, the bundle sets will be available all the way up to Black Friday, and I'm still working on what we're going to do for Cyber Monday. So if you miss out on that, no harm, no foul. I have something going for you again where I can bless you.
All right, Miss Tammy Lilly, and I apologize for calling you Lillian. One of my neighbors, one of my church members, that's her name, and so please forgive me for that. If someone wants to contact you about the business and it relates to tax preparation, can they reach you on that same information you just gave?
Yes, sir. And I also am on Facebook. It's basically my name, Tammy M. Lilly, or you can look up the company, which is KRC Tax and Business Services. I am on Facebook. I am in LinkedIn. I am on Instagram, all by the same name. So I do make it's easy for you to follow me no matter what platform you're on. Or you can just simply text or call me at 832-443-8177.
All right. Talking Books, my guest tonight has been full of information. Miss Tammy M. Lilly, helping people with their taxes, helping business people with their tax. Oh, real quick, as it relates to taxes, do you just do business taxes or you do individual people also?
I do individual. I offer all the bank products. So once you get into the tax filing season and you need to file and you need to get a bank product, I offer that too, where you can get the loans, because every year the IRS holds up these returns, and they don't release these returns. So if you get in a position where you need to get your return quickly, you can apply for one of the refund loans. I always offer that for your convenience.
All right. Thank you so much. You heard it here. Now, she can help you with your business taxes, personal taxes. You've got some reading material, awesome books, awesome young lady. So you need to contact Miss Tammy M. Lilly. She's been a great guest. She's been our guest here on Talking Books. I'm Dwayne Shig. And if you have a book that you want the world to know about and you'd like to be on Talking Books, you can contact us at drshig@gmail.com, drshig@gmail.com. And as always, once you remember that your dream is doable, I want to help you go get it. Stay encouraged. Be blessed.